Welcome to this video. Today we'll be talking about arrays in Java. Okay, so what are arrays? Arrays are a group of values or words, okay, and then you can store them in one variable. Okay, so let's just create one. Okay, so call it array, okay? Instead of my variable, let's call it array this time. Okay, and then let's do this. Just follow me explain it all. So let's put 5, 10, 15, and 20, right? Okay. So I'm gonna explain this. So we create a variable array, right? Okay, and it's an integer array. So this brackets means it's an array. So integer array. You create integer array called array, and it stores 4 numbers. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. Okay. So that okay, you already created a variable. So what do you want to do with it? So let's print it. Let's say I wanted to print this 15. Okay, so system.out. Okay, that could work. Okay, but okay, so actually, yeah, sure. We're going to print this. Then how are we going to print it? So we want to get this one. Okay, so one way is to just count the numbers, right? So we have one, the first term, second term, and third term, right? So if we just put 3, then you're gonna be wrong because the way we think about this is in arrays you have a thing called index, right? Okay, so the index is like the place of where the value is. Okay, so this is like the first place. Then, well, an index is actually going to be 0 because in Java, indexes always start as 0. So the first term always starts as 0. So this is actually index 0. So 5 is index 0, 10 is index 1, and 15 is index 2. And 20 is index 3. So in a sense, you're going to like put indexes here, right? So if you put index 3, you're actually going to print 20, not 15. Oop, cannot find. Oh, so we're going to get 20 because this is index 3, right? But this is index 2, so let's change this to index 2. If we change this to index 2, we're going to get 15. Okay, say if we want to get this one, what would this be? Okay, so this is index 0 and this is index 1. So we're going to print 1 and we're going to get 10. Okay, so that's good. So you can move on to another one. This time I don't want to create integer, right? Because we've been using integers for the past few videos. Let's use string. So let's do string, okay? So remember when we use our variables, right? So when you declare a string, the S has to be capitalized as a full word. Okay, so to do this, so remember the brackets means it's an integer. So it's a string array. Okay, so we have, let's call it array again. Okay, and then let's name pets. Okay, dog. Okay, we have, so remember, they're always separated by commas. Okay, you have cats. Okay, you have fish. And a bird. Okay, so you own these 4 animals and you put them in an array. So let's print them. How would you print the word bird? Right? So as we said earlier, you can just use indexes. So just array of what? Array of what? Right? So since we know indexes start at 0, so this is index 0. We have index 1, we have index 2, and finally index 3. So bird is actually index 3. So why don't we print this? We're going to get bird. But if we want a dog, we can do 0, right? Because this is index 0. Well, what if you put index 4, right? Then what would happen? Because you only have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Then you don't have 4. So do you think it's going to create a new value? Or do you think it's going to return an error? So it's going to return an error, right? So it's actually called java.lang.array index out of bounds exception. So the only reason why is because it's out of bounds, right? Okay, and you can't add any more. So let's actually create another one. So if we put panda, say, okay, and then array 4, we're going to get panda because this is the 4th index, right? So you can't put numbers as indexes that are not in your array range, right? So you can't put -1, you can't put 7 because they don't work, right? It has to be between 0 and 4 because of this. Okay. Okay, but say instead of fish, what if I say I have a goldfish, not just fish. I have a goldfish, right? So I want to be specific. Then how do I write that, right? Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. In Java, you can like once you're done with the array, you can't add any more terms or take away any terms. So it's going to stay as the same number as terms as when you created it. But you can also replace them. So let's do array. Remember, it's already declared, right? Okay, declare. And then let's say we're going to change fish. So this is what index is. This is index 0, index 1, and index 2. So we put 2 here. And now we want to turn to goldfish. So just write goldfish. So this means we want to find the second index of array, which is here. So we don't have to put string here because we've already declared it here. Okay, if we did declare it, then we would have got an error. Okay, and then now we replace this goldfish. So why don't we just go test it out? So now instead of printing fish because it's index 2, we're actually going to print goldfish because it overwrites it, right? So we gave array 2 a new type of fish, which is just called goldfish. And if we're going to print it, then we're going to get goldfish. Okay. Okay, you can comment this out. Actually, no, it's not coming out. Okay. What if you wanted to print all of these 5 animals? Okay. Then you can just say you want to do this. You want to print them all out. Then you would just think, hey, can't you just print an entire array itself? So I'll do this. Right, it's going to be wrong because we have the brackets. So why don't we take out our arrays? Right? Then we possibly can't get an error, right? Okay, yeah, sure, it's finished, but this is actually not what you want, right? This is not. It doesn't print dog, cat, fish, bird, and panda. But why? Because this is the address, right? So like where it stores in your computer. Okay, so or where it's located in your computer. So this actually doesn't give you these 5 terms. It just gives you the address. Okay, so how you can do this is because we can't put more than one term. So if you want to print them, you have to print only one term at a time. So one way to do this is array of 0. Okay, and then let's copy this. Okay, these are 5 terms, right? So let's turn this to 1, let's turn this to 2, let's turn this to 3, let's turn this to 4. Okay, and then we're going to print dog, cat, fish, well, goldfish actually, bird, and panda. See, yes, but we know this seems a bit big, right? So this is not very code friendly. So why don't we just comment this out and think of another way to do it? So one way to do it is using a for, right? We know for loops because they keep repeating, right, until a certain condition is passed. So let's create one. 0, I is less than what, right? So first instinct will be to write 5, okay? But what if you didn't want to write 5? Okay, what if you wanted to write the length? It's like you want to use another piece of code instead of just writing 5. So you can just do array dot length, and you can do I plus plus. So I want to explain what this does. Okay, we have I is less than array dot length. So array dot length is trying. So this is a command actually in Java that you use it to find out how many terms are in your array, right? So you have 5 terms: you have dog, cat, fish, bird, and panda. So they're all separated by commas. That's what makes them a value. Okay. Okay. So we want to print them. So just do system. Okay, so what do I want to print? Because we want to print them, right? So, but if we print, say we want to print goldfish. Okay, but say we accidentally print this, right? So then we're going to get 5 goldfishes because we're going to print this 5 times, right? Okay, so if we're going to loop once, the first time I equals to 0 is 1 less than array dot length, which array dot length is 5. So is 1 less than 5? I mean 0 is less than 5? Yes. So we go inside. So we print goldfish because it's an array of 2. An array of 2 is goldfish. Okay. We'll go outside. Now I equals to 1. Is 1 still less than 5? Yes. So then we print goldfish again. We come out and now I equals to 2. Now I is 2 still less than array.length? Sure. So you just print goldfish again. Okay, you're gonna keep printing until you have I equals to 4. So that's gonna be 5 times because 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you're going to print 5 times. But what if you don't want to print goldfish 5 times? We're going to print dog, cat, fish, bird, and panda once each. Then one way you can just do this is actually put I instead of a value. Right? Because this means is that since I equals 0, we're going to print array of 0. What's the array of 0? Dog, right? So we're going to print dog. Okay, now we'll add 1. So now I equals to 1. Is 1 less than array.length? Sure. Okay, so we're going to print array of 1. So what's array of 1? That's cat. Okay, we're going to come out, and now I equals to 2. So is 2 less than array.length? Then we're going to, yeah, sure it is. So we're going to print array of 2. And what is that? Goldfish, right? So we can print it and bird and pet. So this is the way to do it. Okay, but what if you didn't want to use a for loop, right? Say you don't want to use a for loop. Then we can comment this out. Let's use a new loop we created last video or two. Okay, so this is called a while loop, right? So let's just do, oh wait, let's actually create a new value, I, okay, equals to 0. So now we have, so while I is less than array.length. Okay, and then we can do system.out.println. We can do the same thing as earlier. You can do array of I. Okay, do I plus plus. Okay, so this is actually very similar to the for loop. So you declare your I here above. Okay, here, same thing. And then this is your conditional statement. So if I is less than array.length, okay? And then I plus plus is the increment here. Okay, and then what you want to say is over here. Okay, so this is actually going to print the exact same thing. Oop, wait, let me put a semicolon. Because say we have I is 0 less than array.length. Then we just do, we print out array of 0, which is dog. We add 1 now. Okay, now I equals to 1. So then you have, is 1 less than array.length? Yes. So we just print array of 1. Cat. Okay, we keep going on until we reach I equals to 4. So it's 4 less than array.length. Then if it is, then you print array of 4, which is panda, right? So you add 1. So now while, okay, I equals to 5. So is 5 less than 5? No, it isn't, because they're actually equal. So then therefore you're going to print, you're not going to print anything, right? Okay, and then this is going to be exact same. Okay, and let's comment this out. But personally, I'll use this for loop because it looks a lot simpler, right? Okay. So this is it for the video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.